just practicing over here. Blissful Tuesday, Mom. Nicole. Vandermeer Yoga, dude. Christine Korea, good to see you. Hey, Lori. How are you, Lori? Are you good this morning? Hey, Asal, good morning. Yes, Christine. Yes. All right, we'll have the intention to send healing. Yes. Yeah, we'll do that. I had something else planned. We'll try to do both. We'll do it all. Lori, that's something called Sanmukhi Mudra, which we're going to talk about. Covering the sense holes. Did you know that you have some sense holes in your head? Hey, Kelly. Lucia. Lorena, what up? Hey, Celine. Celine, are you going to earn your banana again today? How good did the banana taste after you earned it? So there's a lot going on, obviously, in our city, in our world. We will do our part as yogis. So I had an interesting conversation with a very dear yogi friend of mine, and we were discussing what our duty actually is. And I wasn't planning on talking about this, but since Christine mentioned it, let's just bring it up here. You know, if you're not out protesting and if you're not out actively doing something, it doesn't mean that you're not helping. It doesn't mean that we're sitting inactive passively. What we are doing every single time that we turn our attention inwards and work on ourselves, there is a vibratory quality. Yes, it's subtle, but there is a vibratory quality that moves outward. And it does have an effect. And yes, it's certainly more subtle than going out by force. And I'm not saying peaceful protests are force. That's not what I'm saying. But that's active. That's active in the world. The subtle act of meditating and working on your own sphere of influence, your own closely knit group, whether it's by teaching, whether it's by meditating, whether it's by talking, that's action as well. And everyone has a part to play, but not every single person has a duty to protest and to go out and be an activist. We each have a completely different dharmic code in life. Some of us are predisposed to be activists. Some of us are predisposed to be more subtle in our work, and both are 100% perfect. So please don't feel that if you're not out with a picket sign that you're not doing anything. Every single positive thought that you send has its effect. Good morning, Suki. Thanks, Marina. And now this is my own self-talk too, because of course we sit here and think, what can we do? What are we doing? Are we just a lump on a log if we're sitting here not doing anything? Well, that's not true. You're not doing anything. So everyone has a different duty. So I'm not sure if you've read the Bhagavad Gita, and that's a light bulb. We should do a series on the Gita. But that's Arjuna's entire dilemma. Is his duty to go out and fight against some of his own family members, or is his duty to be peaceful and try to achieve the goal through other means? Well, Krishna comes down and explains to him that he has a particular duty. He is a warrior class. It's his duty to fight. But that's his particular duty. We each have different dharma, and the way to figure out what our dharma is to become silent, is to become meditative and understand what our unique purpose in this life is. And by the way, that's the whole focus of this Four Desires work that I keep talking about, that the book that Rod Stryker has written. What is our unique purpose? Is it to be a fighter, a warrior, or is it to be a teacher, an educator, a leader in a different way? A leader doesn't have to be, physically, leading physical mass groups to battle. That's not what a leader has to be. It can be other kinds of action, which is still action. Good morning. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. I have a new little trick for you. There's so many different kinds of pranayamas that the yogis came up with to help calm the mind and juice up the energy of the body. Now, the whole school of tantric yoga or hatha yoga is all about energy management, pranic manipulation and management. And that's breathing techniques, subtle energy work of the body. And once we work with our own energy, we can then work with others' energy. It's no different than the teachings of Reiki. So there's a technique that we'll do today called Brahmari. Brahmari, let's see. Brahmari. Now it's spelled different ways in different traditions. Oops, that's not the right spelling at all. There's an N in there. I guess my fingers are fat this morning. Okay, that N is not supposed to be an N, it's supposed to be an R. Brahmari. I'm not gonna redo it. I'll let my OCD go on that, Nicole. And what a Brahmara is a bumblebee. A Brahmara is a bumblebee. So the technique of Brahmari is bumblebee-like sound. So we're gonna be humming during the exhale, and we're gonna close off our sense holes. So don't be a sense hole for a while. We're gonna breathe and use our fingers to close our 4 senses of the face. We're gonna leave the nose open because you have to breathe somehow. And then on the last breath, we'll inhale and hold and close the nostrils as well. So pratyahara is the concept of closing off our senses or disconnecting our sense receptors and our brain so we can turn our attention inward and become peaceful inside rather than being affected by anything that's going on in the outside world, whether it's visually, audibly, taste, smell, sensation. So Brahmari is buzzing sound. So the vocal cords are being used on the exhale. The hand mudra is optional. Okay, it's optional. That heightens the effect. So here's a short demonstration of the bumblebee sound without, and it's just a humming. It's humming without the hand. So it's a little weird. Get ready to do something a little weird. Okay, so here's a demo. The idea is to make the sound as low and as vibratory as possible. Now that's kind of like beginner level. If you want to heighten it, take up the effects a bit, you use the Sanmukhi mudra, and that's where the thumbs close the tragus, the little fleshy part there on your ear. So the thumbs close the ears, the index fingers, and if you choose the middle fingers as well, close the eyes. The ring fingers will rest on the soft fleshy part below the bridge of the nose, and they're just going to rest there to regulate the airflow. So you're only going to close this at the very end when we hold the breath. Otherwise, they're just resting there. And the pinkies just rest either above or below the mouth. So during the practice, if you choose to use the mudra, the ears are closed, the eyes are closed with the fingers, and the nostrils are thinned. The air passage is thinned. And what this does is it really turns the sound inward, and it creates this soothing, kind of like satiating vibration inside the head to help the mental patterns calm down, and it's actually very healing. It's very healing. Lori, you took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was going to say. It is the M sound of Om. So that's the sound. Make it as low as possible so the vibrations are rough, are as coarse and affecting. And you're right, Asal, we're going to be silent. I mean, you're not going to be able to hear me. So we'll do between 6 to 8 breaths on your own. I'll be doing it. You'll do it. You're not going to hear me. So 6 to 8 breaths, go slow. And once our last breath is upon us, we'll inhale So you gauge it yourself. So after you've done 6 to 8, it's your choice. The last one, inhale, and then just hold the breath, closing the nostrils and keeping the ears and eyes closed for as long as you comfortably can. And then you remove the mudra and let the hands rest on the knees, and then we'll resume with our meditation after that. All right, let's get to it. All right, please sit tall. It's okay to be a little weird. If somebody signs on and sees us humming, they're going to be like, what the heck is that? All right, meditative seat, shoulders relax, crown of the head tall. Take a few breaths to prepare. So if you're using the mudra, bend the elbows and prepare, closing the ears, the eyes, resting the middle, the ring fingers on the nose, pinkies on the lips, and begin. 6 to 8 breaths, your choice. Inhale. I know you can't hear me now, but you should be about halfway done on your 3rd or 4th or 5th breath. Allow the vibrations just to soothe and calm and heal the brain, the body. This is physical yoga, hatha yoga. On your last breath, inhale and hold. And after the hold, exhale and let the breath return to normal. Become centered. Allow even more stillness to descend over the body and the mind and the emotions. Allow those vibrations just to tune up the entire physical and superphysical bodies, harmonizing yourself to yourself. Okay, we should all be back in our meditative seat now. Keeping your awareness in the head, in the brain, third eye. Tremendous intention and energy is built through this humming sound, the Brahmari breath. Vibrations are still happening in the brain, and we'll use that to project positive energy out to our city, out to our world. out to anybody in need, any particular group, organization, particular person. So first identify the group that you'll be sending this healing energy to. The group or person, and we'll be sending from our third eye to the heart of the person, the heart of the organization, the heart of the conflict, the heart of the situation. The process is a two-part kriya. We inhale up the spine, building additional energy into the third eye, and then the exhale is the projection of this energy to the heart of the recipient. So please begin on the inhale, draw energy up, seat it in the third eye, then on the exhale, send it out as a ray of light, laser beam, a stream of energy, lightning bolts, however you choose. Gentle Ujjayi breath, and if you choose to use the mantra Om Shanti, Om on the inhale, Shanti on the exhale, accompanies the pranic transference. The inhale builds the energy, the exhale sends it out, broadcasts it, teleports the energy from third eye to the heart of the recipient. Om Shanti. Don't have any expectations. Release your attachments to what the healing looks like. Just send pranic intelligence. Prana will know what to do. It will be used wisely. And now please release the active part of the technique and just be still and envision white light showering down on the group of people, the organization, the conflict, the individual. White light is purity and it's peace. And now expand your vision to see our entire planet bathing in white light. See the planet as an astronaut would in its perfect, spherical, gorgeous, brilliant shape, bathing in light, soaking, radiating light. please bring your hands to your chest in prayer. Let's chant 3 Oms together and then 3 Shantis for peace. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings everywhere be peaceful, happy, free, and harmonized at this time and always. And I wish the same for our group here. Thank you for meditating this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.